everyone, welcome to another video. I still have my hands a bit full of paint. As you may have heard in my previous video, I am doing some urban art on the street of Dublin. I was very happy to be selected to the Dublin Canvas project. I started painting a few weeks ago and it's an ongoing work in progress, and this paint is very stubborn to get out of my fingers no matter how much I try to rub it out, so bear with me on this. And hopefully we'll be watching this when I'll be having some well needed rest on my holidays, so I'm pre-recording some videos so not to leave you there waiting while I'm out. And yeah, because this month I was so busy not being able to make art at all, apart from this piece I'm working on at the moment. I went a bit overboard with shopping new and interesting things, and I have to say I'm really inspired by other artists that I follow on Instagram or here on YouTube. And I've been meaning to do a video at some point talking about artists that inspire me, and one of them is Paru. She has a YouTube channel here. I'm gonna leave a link for her channel here on this video, and I started following her on Instagram, and she has this very colorful artwork, very bright, bold combinations. I love her artwork. It just makes me happy looking at her sketchbooks and stuff. And she uses a lot of neon together with regular colors, and I don't know, I've never been too much into neons, but every time I look at her use of neons I get super inspired to try. And this month, I don't know why, I think she released a new video and I watched and rewatched because her videos are also very nice, and I got crazy about neons. So all of that to say that today I'm going to be sharing with you this set of neon gouache from Arteza. Now, I've never used Arteza products before, so this will be a really honest first impression. I have never tried their gouache or their watercolors or any of their art supplies, but because I was checking and looking to buy neon art materials, I stumbled up on this set over here, and I could not find any swatching videos on YouTube, so I thought, why not to make one to help people like me to make decisions if they are also interested in this type of colors. I know it's a very different vibe from my previous videos where I was showing you Wallace and Simon watercolors that are very natural looking, very subdued tones, and now I just changed the whole thing 360 with bright neon colors. But that's me, I like both worlds, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, this set comes with 12 colors, as you can see here. There are 2 yellows, 1 orange, 1 red, a coral, 2 pinks, a violet, 2 blues, and 2 greens. Now, what I hope from these paints is that they are opaque, because that's the point of using gouache. If I wanted transparency, I would use watercolors. And I also hope that they won't be too streaky. You know, that I like the gouache look for being smooth and matte, and I don't like to see too many streaks anyway. What else? There's some information here. Pigment number. And light fastness is of course low, because as you probably know, all neon colors are not light fast. Fortunately, I live in Ireland, so as long as I keep living here, they will last a lot of time. Now, I prepared a swatching sheet over here. I'm using that mixed media Dalerone A5. And as usual, just before I start, I'd like to ask you to remember liking this video, subscribing if you haven't done already, and if you like the content, of course, leave your comment and all of that good stuff to help the channel to grow. Now, let's start. I think I'm gonna put the dots of paint straight into the paper, and then I'll put some water with my brush. For this, I had separated, yes, here it is. I'm gonna be using one of the Himi brushes. I bought a set a while ago. They're quite good. They are round brushes like for watercolor. So I'm gonna be using these. And I'm very curious to try. Wow. They look pretty new so far. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one looks like a regular yellow, but with a neon undertone. I'll be honest, I'm just not really hopeful on the blue tones, because this is usually the color where all the brands cannot get that fluo vibrant look. You see a lot of sets of paints where there's a blue and you can see that all of the oranges and pinks and yellows, even the green, are pretty vibrant, but then the blue is not. So I imagine that it's a hard tone to get neon, so I'll be impressed if Arteza managed to do so. Wow, this color is lovely. So far, I'm really liking what I see. They all look pretty vibrant. Now let's go to the other tray. This is magenta. This looks, yeah, it looks a bit like an opera red. So far, not as neon as these ones, of course, if you compare. It looks a bit like a PR 122. That is quinacridone magenta, I believe. Purple also is not an easy color to get. Of course, purple is pink and blue, so if the blue is hard one to get, also the purple. Yeah, I'm not convinced with the blue. Looks like a regular blue, to be honest. We'll see. Let's see this one, cerulean blue. Now, grass green. And the last one is a lime green. Yeah. Now, the moment of truth. I'm just wetting a bit my brush here, very slightly, not to get the paint too transparent. Let's try now and see. That's pretty vibrant. Cannot deny that this is indeed a neon. It's so vibrant that also with the light I cannot see what I'm doing. Okay. We'll see how this dries. Let's see now the lemon yellow. It's basically a warmer version of the previous yellow. I would say like the previous yellow mixed with a regular yellow. So I left some streaks of paint here. I want to see how it will dry. Yellow is a notorious tone to be problematic even in regular gouache, because it's usually very transparent, so I'm not gonna judge by the yellows alone, but let's see the other ones. So far, this one I also find it quite transparent. But to be honest, the only neon I have apart from this in gouache is the acrylic gouache with the luminous red, I believe is the name. And also that one was quite streaky. So I'm not sure if there is such a thing as a opaque neon paint, even for acrylics. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced differently, if you have tried other paints. I know that also the Le Frambourgeois Flash, they have neon colors. I was really looking forward to getting them, but I had to contain myself a bit. This one looks really lovely. I'd say it looks like this mixed with white, kind of. It's a bit more creamy. Oops, I touched the other color by accident. My swatching is all over the place, I'm sorry guys. It's going on a slope. It's a beautiful tone as well. Let's see now, hot pink. This looks like opera rose. Very neon. This to me screams 80s. I remember in Brazil at the time I was a kid, and there was this brand of clothes that was very popular, and they had these t-shirts with very bright neon t-shirts and baseball caps and all this type of things with this type of vibrant pink and neon green. And let's see now the magenta. They are drying pretty fast on paper. Fortunately they are gouache, so I can reactivate them, but I had seen some videos about their gouache, the regular line, and I saw people mention that they were drying super fast and they were cracking if you're trying to put them into pans to use later. So I don't know if something about their formulation. That's a pretty tone also. I would say it's a neon as well, not as vibrant as these ones, but there is some level here. I hope that you can see. It's a bit more purplish than this one. Let's see now the violet. Well, I think that if you compare with the ones at the top, you would say these two are not neon at all. I can see some vibrancy, but this reminds me a bit of a color I have on the Schmincke watercolor that I think is called Vibrant Purple or something like that. I'm gonna put the name here when I'm editing. It's a purple with some added dyes, so it's a bit more vibrant. It's not at the same level of these ones here, but is of course more vibrant than a dioxazine purple, for example. So I think it depends also on the way you use it. If you use this surrounded by other vibrant neons, that will definitely stick like a non-neon color. But if you put this in a context where you have other regular colors, then this one can look more vibrant. Now the blue, sapphire blue. Yeah, this to me looks like a regular blue. But again, I don't remember seeing a true neon blue, so I don't even know how to know if I ever see one, because every time I see a set about things like I don't know, pencils or paint or whatever neon, the blue one is always the less vibrant of all of them. Now the other blue is called cerulean blue. This is even less vibrant. This is definitely not a neon. This is a regular blue. You can even argue this one can be considered neon, kind of more vibrant. But this, I don't see any neon here. But so far, I'm happy with all the other ones, so it won't stop me from using this color as well. It's not like I'm gonna be painting using only neon colors from now on, but I'm looking forward to incorporating in some artwork, like I see Paru does very well. She's really inspiring to me. Her use of color, her artwork, it's all very, how can I say? It has this really casual look to it that attracts me, because I'm usually always hang up on the details when I'm painting and doing things, and I would like to try a more easygoing approach if I can. This green is very, very nice, very vibrant as well. And now the last one is the lime green. Wow, that's definitely vibrant. That's a neon, all right. Look at this. So here you have it, the Code 12 set of the Arteza Neon Gouache. You can see here that the yellow didn't dry as, this one didn't dry as streaky, this one a little bit more, but the orange has a lot of streaks. We'll see. I'll let this dry, and then I'm thinking of preparing a drawing to paint with these paints, so we can put them into use and see how they perform, and I'll be back soon. So I'm back. The paints are almost all dry. I can show you now a close-up. You see, the ones that look the most streaky are the bright orange, coral a little bit, maybe this green, but it could be that my brush was a bit too wet for this, because I can see also in other colors it was okay, you know. So they're not really too streaky. I really like the color selection, it's really nice. I would say this blue could even almost pass by neon. This one definitely not. But I mean, I was not expecting anything different from the blues anyway. And these other tones are also very lovely. Of course, they're not as vibrant as these guys over here, but they are nice as well. And if you take out the blues, you can see they're, yeah, these four here are a bit less vibrant. These ones wasn't even considered, but yeah, but they are still very vibrant. So I find them really nice, and I'm super interested in trying to make experimentation with it, mixing with different colors and mixed media. You may be hearing the seagulls serenading here in the rooftops. There's one just above the chimney here that I can see. So that's the wildlife of the city. Anyway, I prepared a little sketch, very rough sketch with some ink, which you will see here. I had an accident. I thought it was all dry and I did like this and it smudged, but I just did this based on a photo I took on one of my walks the other day. I will share the photo here with some waterproof ink, and I thought would be a good opportunity to see how transparent these are. So I'm gonna put some music here and then I'm gonna speed up so we don't need to stay too long watching me paint. I hope you don't mind the messy artwork. I did this really quick. I just wanted to try and test how these paints perform, how transparent they are, and all of that. I did this, like I said, based on a photo, sketched very loosely with this. I don't have them here at the moment. Ah, yes, with these dip pens, technical pens, and the bamboo pens as well. So it's very loose approach. And what I think, so you can see here that they are all transparent. You can see still the black lines underneath the gouache, so have to keep that in mind when you're gonna be using it, for example, on black paper. I don't have any black paper right here at the moment to try, but if I manage to find it later, I'm gonna add here a little bit on the video. Like I said, if I found a black paper, and I would swatch them to show you here in the video. I did find it, and I just swatched it very quickly to show you. They do appear on the black paper, but as you can see, they are still very transparent, so they end up showing very streaky, but you can use it. I would say just would be hard to apply them on top of darker colors, for example. I would say that for being transparent, they will be a bit hard application for example, painting something in a dark blue and then trying to apply this on the top. But yeah, so far so good. Back to the video. I think the colors are lovely. I think it can work well with other watercolors. Sorry, with other type of gouache or colored pencils you can do. Let me try some detail. Yeah, you can use mixed media, you know, there's a whole lot of things you can do with this gouache if you're into these kind of bold combinations. And yeah, I hope that it was useful for you. If you liked the video, please give me that like. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.